Well, welcome guys. Episode number 18. We've got a lot going on in this episode. It's another midnight edition. As you can tell, it is completely dark outside. We got a lot to talk about. One of the biggest things that I want to tell you is that the 24 volt batteries are in, they're installed, they're torqued. I've got power to the entire system. Haven't put it on anything yet, but we've got a lot done this week, and I just wanted to make sure that you're aware we got a lot to talk about on this episode. So with that said, let's get started. Welcome back, YouTube. Here we are inside the bus. This is episode 18. Oh my God, have we got so much to talk about. I have been extremely busy burning the midnight oil, doing a lot of work, trying to get a lot of different things done. That said, let's not belabor it. Let's get through it, and I'll walk you through everything that I got done, and it's a long list. I have been extremely busy, so let's get after it. All right. Starting on the 24 volt side of this whole mess that I got going on here. One of the first things that I want to tell you is that I had a problem with the ground cable. It would not let me put my Lynx distributor cover back on, so I had to move it. So I disconnected it from down here on the ground side, brought it up here and put it on to the ground bus bar that I have back here. So I took care of that. One of the other things that I did, just so you're aware, is I cleaned up all my wiring distribution in here. Nice and neat, nice and pretty. All the runs are parallel. Goes all the way across. Comes across there, comes down. Everything is nice and clean and pretty. Got it all sorted out. Looks like I missed cutting off some zip ties back there, which is a problem, and I'll get that taken care of, but tried to get that all done. One of the other things that I want to show you is that I had something in mind that I wanted to do to more or less make sure that I protected the top side of my batteries, because I don't want anything falling on them. I don't want anything shorting them out. I don't want anything creating any problems for them. And so one of the things that I did was I created this little shelf here. Look at that, nice and pretty and red. Everything is nice and bright. And what that does is that covers the top side of the batteries. The positive side of the batteries will be running along here. The cables run down through the top of this right here. It does fold up. And as you can see, I've got a cross member that goes across there. It's painted in red too. And I've got some cross members to support that plastic that go to the bottom side of my support over there, and then come across here. Everything's level, everything's square, and I've got a nice platform that prevents stuff from falling on top of my battery. So I was really happy about that. One of the things that I want to do is I want to go ahead and get my the bottom cover plates on my inverters in. I don't need those off anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and do that because I've got all my relay circuits run, and got that all fixed. So got everything taken care of there. Next episode I'll be doing some stuff that's setting the stage for me to get my PV inputs on this side. One of the other things that I wanted to show you on this side is I cleaned this up. Like I said, I got rid of all the test stuff. Everything is wired final permanent. I do have some switches right here, and each one of those have a distinct purpose that I'll get into. I haven't cleaned this up yet because I'm still trying to finalize the wiring distribution on that. One of the other things that I do want to point out, though, is that I do have my alarm panel LED lights in. So all of these right here are green. These are red. So bottom line is that when power is applied and all of the relays are in the normally closed position, which means no alarm condition, all of these will be lit up green. If I turn on my fan test switch, this LED will light up red. Any alarm will show up across the top here and identify itself as an alarm. So I've got that all set up. One of the things that I want to point out is I added a light switch. And to be honest with you, at this point in time, I don't remember which is which, but I'm just going to run through what these three switches are. One is a light switch. One is the fan test switch, which we've already talked about. And the other is actually a ground disconnect for the green LEDs. Reason being is if I'm low on power or it's late at night and I don't want the green glow in the RV or whatever, then I just hit this switch and it kills all the green LEDs because they will be on constantly unless I kill them. So one of the things that I had mentioned earlier is that I wanted to set these up where they would switch so that they would go from green, no alarm, to red alarm. Unfortunately for me, these are all common anode LEDs, which means that the color of the LED is determined by the ground that's connected, the lead that the ground is connected to. So I had two options: 2 rows of LEDs or completely rewire all of my relay circuits. I chose 2 rows of LEDs because I would have had to actually rewire everything and make it so that the relays on all of the devices switch ground instead of switch power. I wasn't going to go through that. So anyway, all of these work now. I'll probably do a test either in this video or next video. I'm hoping to be able to get the batteries in. I don't have any more test inputs on the 24 volt side. Everything is final and wired. The only thing I need to do is clean up this mess right here. All of this is 12 volt distribution for lights, so I'm going to clean that up. As you can see, it comes up here, and I want to get that all taken care of. One of the other things that I did, I put a vent cover over the top of my fans. Got my fans in, got my plywood up here, and got it all sealed up. There'll be a door here, there'll be a door here. This will be completely closed off, but one of the things that I will do is open it up so that I can actually install like my light switches, my Servo GX, my Redodo power monitor, any other of those control panels and switches that I need on the outside. They'll be here, but they'll be in the final finish wall. And because none of these are thick enough to actually work with a 1/2 inch wall, so I need to put my 1/4 inch paneling up and then put those in there. Need to clean up my battery tray, get all the garbage out of there, and get that all done. I do want to show you that this just slips out. It's tight, but oh, I got the cables in it, never mind. But it does slip out, and once I pull the cables out, once I get the batteries connected and get everything in there, this won't move. And I want it that way because I'm doing it to actually protect the battery. So that's how that works. I think that pretty much covers everything on this side, other than just more or less just cleaning up all the wiring and get everything sorted. This is a mess back here, but it's the best I can do. I do want to let you know that this wooden panel for the relay lights and stuff is not final. I just did that so I could test everything, but I'll get that updated and close that out and make that final as I start finishing out the walls. Speaking of finishing out the walls, I do want to show you that I've got this entire thing paneled in on this side. This entire cabinet is done. I've got my input air vent down there at the bottom. That opening that you see right there at the bottom right here, this is actually going to be a cabinet where I can store things like fuses and all that small stuff that support my electrical distribution system, they'll all be in there. So that covers everything that I did on this particular side. I can't think of anything else that's new or different about this side other than that. So with that, let's walk over and change sides and go over to the 12 volt so I can show you some stuff there. All right, now we're on the 12 volt side. And as you can see, I've got a mess in here. I'm still trying to clean it up. I've got the primary DC distribution block that I put in previously that I showed you. But I ran out of circuits in a hurry, and so I added another one on the wall there. I do have my regulators from Max Air fans, one for the front, one for the back. That's MAF, MAB, front, back. The other thing that I want to show you is that I've got all my cooling fans installed, both 24 and 12 volt side. So this bank of cooling fans pull air through the MPPT charge controller. This bank of fans over here push air up through the DC to DC charger. This bank of fans down here pull air from the outside in, so cool air out, outside in. This bank of fans up here actually blow the hot air out into the area. Now I got the ACs and stuff, so it should be able to circulate the air and keep it cool. The other side of that is that I also have a relay panel, makeshift relay panel here. So this is the relay that says that I've got my fan switch on and my fans are running. These are my green LEDs, which means no alarms. And these are my red LEDs, which indicate alarms. Got it all done. I have not cleaned up this mess yet because I still have some other wiring to do, and I want to make sure that I get that all in place before I start cleaning that up. This is not final configuration, guys. This is just putting it in place so I can test it and make sure everything's going to work. So that's what I've got done right here, right now. One of the other big things that I want to tell you that I've done, and I was really happy about it, is that if you look in my AC distribution panel, you'll see that there's wires all on this side. So I have got all the circuits ran to their destination for all my shore only circuits. So this is for my kitchen plugs, this is for my fridge, this is for my stuff that's going up in the front, this is stuff that's going up in the front. This one right here is for my microwave shore. And this one is a circuit that brings electrical power, if I'm on shore power, to the rear of the bus. So what I've got going on is I've got all the primary circuits that are run off the inverters going up into the respective locations. I ran duplicate wires for every circuit up to the same point. And one of the things that I'm going to do, because I was trying to figure out how to support being able to switch over all these different electrical components from primary power on the inverters to shore power on the generator or plug-in or whatever. And one of the things that I came up with was a trick that I remembered from a long time ago, is that all of these plugs, and I'll walk you up and show you. Hold on a minute. So if you notice right here, all of these plugs have this tab that goes between the top and the bottom side of the receptacle. They have it on the neutral side, and they have it on the positive side. So all I have to do is break that tab, and then I run my inverter to the top, I run my shore to the bottom, and when I want to transfer the load of electricity from inverter to shore, all I do is move the plug. Seems like a lot of work, but not really, because we're not talking about a whole lot of things that needs to happen to. So that's what I've got done from at this particular point in time. One of the things that I did want to also bring out is that I know it's a mess and it's really hard to see down here. And I was hoping to have all this finished today, but I had a wedding to go to yesterday, and it took away a lot of time and I wasn't able to finish it. But I had to redo some wiring in here. Let me see if I can find that wire that I pulled out so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, I don't know where it is. But anyway, so the wiring that came from the Lynx distributor down to my breaker and the ground wiring, they were all very much substandard. All of the wiring that you see right here, the connections and crimps and stuff are all substandard. This wiring right here that goes to the breaker, all of that's going to be replaced. I had to order some new lugs. They didn't get in until yesterday. So because of the wedding, I wasn't able to get that finished, but I was hoping to. One of the other things that I remembered that I didn't do yet, but I do have in place now, this white wire is actually the neutral ground bar, ground to chassis ground for my electrical distribution panel. I did that on the other side. I remembered it. Put me a little piece of tape back there in the corner. I don't know if you can see it or not, but so that I wouldn't forget. But I've got everything in place now. All my wires are run. Everything is sorted out. I got my power disconnect switch in. Everything is all done. The only thing that I need to do is terminate some wires in the bottom of here. One of the other things that I did was I completely revamped the way that this stuff works from the perspective of using my test battery. So I've got this lead right here, and this lead runs over to the other compartment over here. And for the ground, I've got the exact same thing. I've got a ground lead that runs over here. When I connect my test battery, it provides power to the input side of the breaker. The breaker's off right now. And then when I energize the breaker, it applies power to this panel. And I also need to apply another cable and put power over to the other panel as well. One of the other things that I did was that I rerouted and relocated a lot of the circuits. So all of the circuits that are on this particular panel right now are all the circuits that are associated with my alarm relays. These are my main circuits. I added circuits for my water pump, my sea level, my stove, my hot water heater. What else did I add? Oh, I can't remember. Just a whole, I added a whole bunch of stuff. As you can see on this particular panel, I have a slot for one more circuit. And then I'll have to use this one exclusively. I started out with this one with my, using it strictly for alarms. Filled this one up with my critical circuits. Once this one's filled up, then I will migrate those over to the other one as well. But that's where this is at this particular point in time. I did a whole lot of work this week. Doing the fans was a challenge. So just so you understand how I did that. So one of the things that I did was I used clamps and stuff, and I spaced the fans a ½ inch away from the back side of the channel, and then I clamped them all in place, and then I drilled holes through the fans into the aluminum angle iron there that you see, or angle aluminum, I guess is more appropriately. And then I ran the screws through those holes, and it just so happened that one of the things that I was really fortunate about is that the hole was at such a size that those stainless steel screws was actually able to thread the aluminum. Now, I didn't do it on here yet, but I'm going to. I put washers, lock washers, and nuts on the back side of these, just to make sure they don't come undone. But all the other ones I have that. I just really, honestly, in doing this video and talking to you, noticed that the washers and lock washers and nuts weren't on this one, but they are on all of the other ones. If I can find one. Yeah, there we go. If you can see right there. So I've got the screws coming through, got the washer, lock washers, and nuts coming through the back side so they don't back out. Same holds true on this side, over on the 24 volt side as well. One of the things that, if you'll notice up here, my screws, I thought I was going to get shorter screws and make it work better. I got too short. So I've got to replace all of these. These are all 1.25" screws. So I need to replace all of these with 1.5", at which point I'll be able to go in and do my washer, lock washer, and nut on the back side of those to help keep those in place. But there'll be a vent over the top of this right here when this is all done. I'm trying to keep all of this stuff up as high and as tight as I can, because I want my door to come in right underneath it, and then the door will basically conform to this entire area. This mark right here will be the bottom of the door on both sides. There's a reason for that, I'll show you later, but that will be the bottom of the door. So the door will go from here to about here, and it will open up from there, which will give me plenty of access into here. I still have not done the patch clamp fittings on my plumbing back there. I intend to do that very soon. I got the clamps, they're right there in that little bag, but I just haven't been able to do it. One of the things that I was hoping to be able to do was to get everything cleaned up before I started videoing, but guys, I just did not have an opportunity to do that, and so I wanted to go ahead and pull together some stuff and get this all sorted out. Oh, one of the other things that I did, I wanted to share with you. So I ran some wiring all the way up to the front of the bus, and I have figured out a trick circuit. Well, not trick, just using a relay, but I figured out a circuit that will allow me to switch back and forth between bus power and house power for my dome lights. This wire right here is the battery power input. I'm going to be using the inputs and outputs of the dome switch to finish the other side of the circuit. I'll put a relay in there. I think I'm going to be doing that during lunch over the course of the next week, a little bit at a time, until I can get it working. I've been thinking about it, and I've got it all sorted out. So what I'm going to do is that the power input to the dome switch is actually switch power. So what's going to happen is that the power input to the dome switch is going to provide power to the relay to energize it, and also provide power to the relay, so that when the relay is energized, it's providing bus power to the dome lights. When the switch is off, it will get it will de-energize the relay, and it will get bus power, and the bus power will provide power to the dome lights. But all I have to do is use that single dome light switch there, and not have to worry about what I was talking about earlier about having the dome light switch on when I have battery power connected or anything like that. So I'm going to be redoing that. That's probably one of the next things I'm going to do. I'm trying to finalize all my electrical distribution, terminate all my circuits, because guys, I want to get my batteries in, and I want to see what's going to happen. We're going to be doing a smoke test here really quick, and hopefully there's no smoke. Just saying. Some of the other things that I still want and need to do is I still need to finish out the runs for the cables for my DC to DC chargers. I'm not putting my batteries in until those are final. I'm really close. I've got the wiring, I've got the connectors I need, I've got the battery fuses I need, I got everything. I just need time, and time is not my friend right now. But anyway, I just wanted to bring you up to speed on exactly what we got going on right now. If I can think of something else, I'll come back, but at this particular point in time, that pretty much covers everything. There's so much that I did this past week, and it's kind of unfortunate. I know I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff, but If I remember it, I'll maybe caption it or whatever, but I've got all my cooling fans in, I've got all my relay circuits in, I've got all my distribution in. For the most part, just so you're aware, all of the primary power distribution for both 12 volt and 24 volt is done. The only thing that's left that I need to close out is DC to DC charger inputs and solar inputs, and everything will be in place. I am going to start working on getting my batteries in, and then I'll start bringing things up one thing at a time. I'm going to take all the fuses out of the Lynx distributors on both sides, and then just start bringing things in one thing at a time until I get everything up. And as I bring stuff up, I'll get it programmed for what I got going on in the bus, and we'll do a live smoke test. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I screw up, I screw up, and you're gonna see it firsthand, live on the air. We'll see what happens. So that's where we are right now. I just wanted to let you know what we got going on. This is episode 18. Oh, by the way, I do want to point out that this is actually Mother's Day, and I want to make sure that I wish all you mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. If you're watching, thank you, appreciate it, and we will be back. Alright, so I found them, and I wanted to show you why I decided to replace those cables. As you can see right here, that is not very stable. I think the only thing that's holding it together is the heat shrink. I was not happy or comfortable with that. This is the ground cable that came off of my Lynx distributor to the ground bus bar. I was not happy with that. Moving over here, this is the positive side. On this end, it is fairly good, so I didn't have a problem with that. But if I come over here to the other side, this is what was connected to the Lynx distributor. You can see that it is all over the map. I found this because I was having trouble getting my Lynx distributor cover on, and these things were just all over the map. And so as a result, I decided to go ahead and replace them. Going to the other side of the ground cable, it is really solid. I don't have a problem with it, but this side over here, I was not happy with that at all. So what I did was I basically waited for my cable to come in that I ordered from my DC to DC charger lines, and I'm working on replacing all of these cables because this was just not standard that I would be comfortable with. I don't want any problems, so I wanted to bring that up to light and show you, just make sure that all your connections are good, make sure you don't have any issues, and you'll be in good shape. So I wanted to share that. Alright guys, well, here we are. We're ready to rock and roll. It is almost 11 o'clock at night. It's Sunday. It's Mother's Day. One of the things that I do want to show you, if you can see that little flashy LED light back there, I've got power to my smart shunt. The reason that I have power to my smart shunt is, if you look under here, I've got all my batteries in. I have got a 400 amp hour 24 volt DC power system installed, ready to rock and roll. I've got everything torqued, everything connected, everything in. It took me a lot longer. All of the stuff that I had to do to get it in, I got 7 of the 8 batteries in. I couldn't get the last one in. I had to disassemble this entire setup and make some room so I could get that last battery in, and I got it all connected. It was not easy. I was not expecting that, but it is what it is. One of the things that I do want to show you is if I take my multimeter and I go positive to there, or negative to there, positive there, 26.6 volts, I've got power. I have a 24 volt power distribution system. My shut off switch is off. I want to keep it off until I can start working through everything. I'm going to bring everything up one thing at a time. First thing I'm going to do is the DC distribution block, which will allow me to program my servo. I do have one of the things I want to show you too. I do have my temperature sensors right here. They're running down inside the batteries, so I can get temperature off the batteries from down inside where they might be hot. I got it all together. The other thing I want to show you is I've got marine rated battery fuses on each one of the positive leads of the terminals. 100 amps BMS in the battery is 100 amps. I don't know that I'm going to have to worry about any problems with that. So hopefully I can get this stuff all powered up and programmed. I'm going to do smoke tests on it. I will be doing videos on everything that I bring up, just to show you how it comes up and that it works. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to call it a wrap on this video based on the fact that I got this done. I'm going to work on getting this thing out. Probably be out, this is Sunday, probably be out tomorrow night on Monday. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking with me, and thank you for being a part of my YouTube channel. Please like, please subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see, what you don't want to see. If you want more detail on something, let me know that as well. But I'm really happy. I've got a lot done this week. And the other thing I want to tell you is that I've been doing 2 videos at once. I'm also going to be releasing my next video shortly after this. I've already been recording it, and we'll get to that as well. So we're going to knock out a lot of stuff. It's been a busy week. So thank you for being here, and we'll be back.